The other day, I was in my bedroom and, after an intense, several-hour gaming session, I put down my controller, I stood up, I walked over to my window and I looked out at the glorious world beneath me, and I thought to myself, I really ought to go kill some people. Oh, wait, no I didn't. There seems to be some kind of misconception that video game violence, and violence in media in general, causes people to become inexplicably more aggressive. I believe this tendency to blame international atrocities on nothing more than a pastime to be indicative of a wider trend, to scapegoat in order to avoid the truth. I mean, the argument against video games collapses as soon as you look at the facts. All of the studies which have ever done to try and link video game violence and long-term aggression have found that there is roughly no evidence to support it. In fact, there is no argument which can link them. But if you cannot blame them for the atrocities, you must find some way to connect them. During his trial, Anders Behring Breivik, the monster who slaughtered 77 people in Norway on the 22nd of July 2011, claimed that he used Call of Duty as a training program. Many vocal critics of video games, instead of, denouncing his political affiliations or thinking about why he actually did it, latched onto this and excitedly claimed that video games are a way to learn to use guns. And it's true. Call of Duty can teach you to use guns. Call of Duty can teach you to shoot, much in the same way that FIFA can teach you to play football and Mario Kart can teach you to drive. Very, very badly. And all of this is done to avoid the truth. A truth that we all know and that we simply don't want to acknowledge. That people can be evil. People can be monsters and people can be killers. And there's a good chance that we will never understand why people do the terrible things that they do. But to try to shift the blame onto video games is not only demonstrably false. It's not only a gross, idiotic oversimplification. It is an insult. It is an insult to every person who has to listen to such insipid arguments. It's an insult to every person who has ever suffered because of the acts of a killer or a terrorist. And it is an insult to every person who spends their life creating media for others to enjoy. We can only make a difference. We can only make the world a better place if we work together, if we focus on the real issues and actually try to make a change.